Hello everybody, welcome to Crafty Soup. My name is Misty. I have another Tidy Tuesday video for you, and today I'm going to be talking about 12 by 12 paper storage, and we'll touch a little bit on 8.5 by 11 as well. So let's get started. Alright, I am here in my scrap space, and this table is just a folding table from an office supply store, and I have my favorite collapsible bins set up, and these are specifically file folder bins from an office supply store. They just happen to be in prettier patterns. I will link you up to these if you're interested in knowing more about these. The last time I checked, they were a little more expensive online than when I originally purchased them, and I would buy one or two at a time for a couple of months until I had what I needed. The lids for these we'll talk about more in a minute because I had these originally stored. We'll take a swing around. Pardon some of the other messes, which you'll see for other Tidy Tuesdays. I had them originally stored down on the bottom shelves of my IKEA cube storage, and I would pull them in and out. The problem was I had to keep some kind of buffer on the floor, like a brick or a box, so that when I pulled it out, it wouldn't tip and crush the back side of the paper. And I kept tripping over those objects on the floor, and so that was irritating me. Plus, the bottom of the boxes were getting pretty scraped up from pulling them in and out. I started a whole room reorganization a few months ago, and I'm still not done yet, but I moved them from there back over to this table. And so how I store 8.5 by 11 paper, and this all needs redone because I used to be, once upon a time, a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and then just a Stampin' Up! Fan for a long time, but I've kind of shifted away from that, and all of this was set up for Stampin' Up! Cardstock. But now I'm actually in love with, I don't know where it is, but the Concord and Ninth company I'm doing a lot more of. So this needs to shift, but that's all my 8.5 by 11 paper. And it's just in regular file folders. And there's my C9 cardstock. So I just have tabs on here. These are just regular file folders, again, from the office store. And these boxes do letter size storage this direction, or if you buy legal size, and these are all US sizes, you can do them this direction, which is what I do for my 12 by 12 papers. And for my 12 by 12 papers, I keep them divided up by different categories because I look for these papers in various ways. In the front, I have some colors. These particular colors I've been collecting because I want to use them on something because I'm just kind of in love with this plummy burgundy color. But mostly these are just really small prints that the color is more important to me than the print. So I've got, the rainbow order, and it's just a few sheets of each. And from there, I move on to style. Oh, nope, that's more color. More color. There we go. From there, I move on to styles of paper. So this collection here is what I called A-side fab, which has a really prominent A-side that could be used for a specific story. I've got cameras, I've got floral papers, more florals, I've got nature papers, so anything outdoorsy, camping, ocean, anything like that. This one actually is a really cool kind of astronomy print. What else have I got? I've got animals, and notice in here, if I've got really specific themes of paper, I will also keep a pouch of embellishments. Now I'm not sure that is working so well because that pouch takes up a lot of space because the embellishments are chunky, but only at the bottom. So it takes up a lot of space down here, and then the papers are kind of flimsy up here. So I might, at some point in the future, create an embellishment system much like this, where they just go specifically by themes. I don't use a lot of themed paper. I like my paper to be very general so that it works for lots of things. So really, this this animal theme should go back farther where all my other themes are. But I keep these papers by patterns because that's what I think of first when I'm building scrapbook kits. So I've got geometric, dots, checkers and plaids, stripes, and so on. And then back here is more themes. So this is, I think, birthday, maybe a little bit of baby in there, some craft, foods, and then gardening. So I've got all the themes. And then we move into seasons at some point. I think I've got spring. Oh, there's travel, wedding, anniversary. And here's where it moves into the calendar. So these are all just kind of generic calendar ideas. And then we move into seasons of the calendar. So summer and fall and so on all the way through the seasons. And then this last stack back here is collections that I haven't broken apart yet. So either by designer or some older kits or a collection that I had put together in some way. So those ones haven't been broken apart yet. But what I'm working on today is this stack. Notice this is a lid from one of these boxes. Now these lids did not fit in those cubes when I was storing them in the cubes. So, and you don't want to put them on top of here anyway. So these lids have become trays for me, and I have one here, and I've got a whole stack of trays there. And what I do with the trays is I keep one project that I'm working on in progress stacked up, and then I often will keep one that's like stuff that I need to put away, and back to the stack of stuff I need to take care of. So there's this. Here's some kits that I need to de-kit. So we'll tackle that today along with our paper. And we'll save the embellishments out of those kits and tackle that another day. And then this is more of a new stack of paper that I've collected. Now, it does feel like I have a lot of paper, but because these are such thin categories, it really isn't a lot. So this isn't the most space-saving of techniques. I have saved my paper in accordion file folders before, but they felt too floppy when I was moving them around. This just feels so sturdy. I slide it forward on the table, I flip through it, grab what I need, and then I slide it back in. So right now I'm liking this, even though it's not space efficient. Maybe at some point I'll come up with some other idea. So at any rate, let's take this stuff over to the desk and tackle that. All right, I brought my stack of paper over, and we'll just get started. So I know this is Vicki Boutin, so I think I will put this, I do have a Vicki Boutin category, so I'll just put that there. These ones, of course, can just go in color, and it looks like I bought all these together. Oh, here's some more Vicki Boutin. This one still has the branding strip, and that is also Vicki Boutin. So I will just keep all those together. These ones will go in color. Now, do I put this in whole sheets or do I put this in my scrap bin? I think what I'm going to do is cut it down. And I will put this in scraps, and I think I will go ahead and put this in the color category. I usually don't save partial pieces over there, and I might change my mind as I get through these. You know, I really think I'm going to put these in my scrap bin instead. Okay, because I really don't save a lot of partial pieces over there unless they're a really specific designer or collection for some reason. I'll save them over there. So we can start our rainbow going. That I don't need to save anymore because I've used up most of this collection. That will just go in recycling. So we've got color categories going on. Oh, let's go with the new collections. Okay, so this one is a new collection. I did film a little bit of a haul video from a brand new store, but I was having so many tech challenges that I filmed that thing like 8 times, and every single time something went wrong. So these are some of the lovely new products I got from a nearish to me. It's about an hour from my house. Store called Cobblestone Creek Studios. Very nice owner, very knowledgeable. She also has an online shop, so I'll link you up to that instead of doing the full haul video. So that is that, and I will keep those together in collections. So I do have a category of specialty paper, and this is, there it is. There we go. It's a kind of a pearly embossed paper, and that's fun for emboss resist techniques. So I will put that in the specialty category. This is some Pink Fresh Studio that I just picked up a second sheet of because I like it. I think I'm starting to break up some of my Pink Fresh Studio collection, but I think for now I'll just stick it in the Pink Fresh category. Ooh. Let's see. Okay, this has lots of scraps in it, which we've already covered, so I think I'm just going to pull one at a time. So this side is a love or Valentine's theme, and that side is a mixture of March, and I don't think I would use that side. So I'm going to put this probably in my, I have a wedding anniversary category more so than a love category, or I could put it in the seasonal section and keep it in like winter for, I'm just going to put it in wedding and anniversary because I'm most likely to look for love stuff there. I used to have more categories and I found that it was just too many, so I had to cut it back down some. So that will go in my wedding anniversary / love. Okay, this one's green. And I won't go through this whole stack live. We'll just go through some of it. So do I put it in florals or do I put it with the green? I have a hard time finding green when I'm looking for green. So I'm going to keep this one in green because I have lots of florals already. So red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple is the rainbow. Hearts. I do have a category for hearts. Oh, I like this side better. What is this? Oh, this is old pink paisley. I will put this in the stripes category. I'll put that in stripes. So here's my categories. We've got collections, we've got themes, and we've got colors. And I can shrink these up because I don't use these as much. I'll be using more of that. Plaid. Ooh, I like this side. I know I've got more than one sheet of this, but I like it. So that's going to go in seasons, which is stored. It's stored alongside my collection, so I'm going to put that on my side. So when I get to putting this stuff away, the box that I come to first is going to be this stuff, and then I'll work my way towards the left of my boxes as I go, and that'll save a little bit of time. Okay, this is Pink Fresh. Pink Fresh. Let's see, I bought this paper for this side. Oh, I really love these bike icons, but I just don't know what I'm going to do with them. Why do I have this piece of paper? I probably bought it because I love the bike icons, but I have no idea what I will use it for. So I will just go ahead and put that in my Pink Fresh pile, which should be, there it is. Okay, this will go in the food category because I bought that specifically for a story to tell. So I will go looking for that one specifically at some point. Okay, we've got yellow. And you know what? I think I will put this in my summer seasons category. So we've got summer. Summer actually comes first. I started off my seasons with summer for some reason. I guess because it's probably my favorite. Or it used to be until we started having these crazy heat waves. Ooh, I like that side. You know what? I used to hate orange. I used to hate orange and I used to hate pink. And I got over my hatred of pink. But now I'm getting over my hatred of orange, especially when it is more of a pinky orange. I like it better. So I'm going to put that in the orange. So red. So pink, red, orange. We'll stick that one in there. Oh, some brand new paper I haven't even opened yet. See, guys, why I do this. And I'm hoping that I can keep you company while you do some cleaning too. So it's a brand new order. Well, it's a fairly recent order. Do you guys know about SBC Fest? It's offered by the scrapbook.com. They started last year, and they just have a weekend of classes and activities. Mostly it's for you to buy the products that they're demoing, but the classes were fun last year and enjoyable, and I learned something, and they definitely say you don't have to buy anything because it's all free and online. So, but I'm going to participate again this year, and I got a freebie sticker from last year because I didn't get this last year. So that's that. Put that somewhere else. So I always save these chipboards because I use them. If you watched my my scrap organization from last time, I use these to separate out categories. So I could use these in my paper storage too to separate categories. Okay, I know I bought some matte prints because I've been digging matte prints lately, and I got 3 copies of this one, so that's just gonna go. Well, see, I do like that side. Okay, I will put 2 in maps, and I will put 1. I do have a collection of black and white because I do like to use this kind of pattern paper mixed in with other things. So that will go in florals, and the matte print will go in, it's before wedding. It's kind of alphabetized, so it's in the travel section before wedding. So I've got that set up. And we'll put this one in florals, which comes before stripes in my supplies. Oh, I have 1 sheet of vellum. I have had a heck of a time finding 12 by 12 vellum. Maybe I'm just looking in the wrong places. So I do have a file for vellum, which will go over here somewhere. Let's see. Okay, this is some Heidi Swap. I don't like that side. Ooh. You know, I think I'm more likely to use this side than the cut-aparts, so I will put this in stripes. I know it's not specific stripes, but it'll go in there. Now this one is cut-aparts, which I do have a file category for cut-apart paper. So, you know what? I don't remember where it is. I think it might be after the seasons. I'll just tuck it in there. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm going to save some of this for later because you've got the idea there. What I'm going to do is pull out a couple of kits, and we can talk a little bit about de-kitting. I don't know how many kits that you guys buy or have a back catalog of, but I have almost always subscribed to some kind of scrapbook kit. Right now I'm liking the SCT sampler kits because they have a lower price point and a lower product supply, which I would have way more product than I needed when I was subscribed to kit clubs. So that was not working out for me. So I would try it for a while, and then I'd cancel, and then I'd get, miss the happy mail, and I'd subscribe to something else and cancel. So I always save these Ziploc bags for various storage things. Letters will just go in my letter supply, no problem. I do want to get to embellishment Tidy Tuesday because my files are kind of a mess right now with that stuff. So I'm just going to stick this in an embellishment pile for now, and we'll talk about the papers. Okay, so see, here's another half sheet of paper that's scrap. I'm just going to stick it in my scraps. Okay. Now, oh, see, more scraps. More scraps. Oh, that is a whole die cut image, which I've punched little hearts out of. Can you see that? Well, I'll put it as an embellishment for now, and maybe at some point it'll get used. So scraps, too small for me, too small, too small, too small. I'll pull my little cart next to me so I can have my trash cans nearby. Oh, see, I hate putting half sheets of paper in my scrap file. Maybe I need to start a collection of half sheets of paper. I don't know. I'm just going to put it in scraps. You know what? You just have to make a decision and move on. So scraps, too small. So I will put one of these in florals, and I will put the other one in polka dots because, like I said, orange is not a favorite color, and I'm not likely to use both, of course. Oh, more mess. So this will go with, well, this is going in black and whites instead of florals, but those are nearby, so I'll put that. And then I believe my dots come before stripes. So let's keep taking this apart. Okay, this is what I would call A-side fabulous, where it's just a big, bold print. Sometimes these are very hard to figure out what to do with. I know a lot of people struggle with this kind of thing, and I have found certain tips and tricks that help with these. All right, while I am tempted to put this in A-side fabulous, I actually like this side better. It's showing up mostly as black on screen, but it really is a dark navy blue. So I have been loving navy blue lately. So this one is going to go in a navy blue file, which I might end up keeping separately from my other blues just because it's a big deal for me right now. Let's see. This is another A-side fabulous. I believe these are the Stamp Market papers, which I kind of lost track of their collections after the first release came out. Ooh, another A-side fabulous. You know what? I'm going to put this one in A-side fabulous because that is fabulous. And I will put that. That's at the very beginning of my file. This one could be A-side fabulous as well. Let's see. I am more likely to use this side, but, you know, I could put this in animals, but butterflies are flexible enough. I'm just going to put it in A-side fabulous. There we go. Make a decision, move on. Later in life, if I come across this paper, I might decide to move it if I need to. All right, this one is more Vicky Bouton. So here's where do I break her out of her collection? Because again, here's that navy that I am loving. So I am going to break this out. I'm going to put this in the navy. And then, you know, I will probably, this is the same sheet of paper, just the other side. This could go in A-side fabulous. It could go in stripes, but I'm just going to stick it in the Vicky B pile because I kind of know that paper a little bit. This one is a cool polka dot and more florals. I'm more likely to use the polka dots, so I will put that with the dots. And this is the same sheet, right? Yep. Okay, well, you know what? I can put one in each. I got one dots and one in florals. Here's stripes. Oh, I like the black and white florals. In fact, there's another sheet of that underneath. Nope, that's just the branding strip. Oh, it is. It is. It is. Okay. So if I have two sheets of these, I'll go ahead and split them up. I'll put one in florals, black and white florals here, or just black and whites maybe, and then one in stripes. And that's the same thing again. Oh, why do I have so many sheets of this? Oh, this was from a kit. That's why I usually doubled up my cardstock when I bought kits, which is probably part of the problem. The thing is, with only one sheet, you have to pick a side, and that's too hard sometimes. Okay, I don't use a lot of florals, so I will stick this extra sheet in polka dots. Okay, and then now I can put this one over here in, do I want to put that in polka? You know what? I'm going to put that in birthday, which is going to go with these categories. So these are my themed categories, and these are just pattern categories. I do keep a category of, let's see, what all the things, life you love, believe, good, create more, or pink stripes. I think, you know, overall, I think I would use pink stripes more. And then, oh, there's another P. I'm just going to leave this one here because navy, I tell you, navy, navy, navy. All about the navy right now. Okay, so now I have two sheets of this, so I can put one of each in that A-side fabulous. All right, so that was breaking that kit apart, and I would do the same thing for this. You don't need to watch me go through the whole thing, but, oh, I do have a We'll talk more about this kind of thing when I get to the embellishments. These will just go straight into my alphas. More embellishments. How did I end up with 2 packages? Okay, I don't use a lot of butterflies. I don't know how I ended up with 2 packages. Enamel dots I do use though. And then see, I used up most of the paper in this kit, so I just have a couple sheets left. So those will be easy to categorize. Stripes or big polka dots. I'll put that one in yellows. And these both are going to go in food, which I have sitting right here. Okay, I thought I was going to skip these, but I'm just doing them because they're here. Stripes or big polka dots. You know, kind of like the big polka dots. I do kind of like the big polka dots. Okay. And then yellow, red, orange, yellow. All right, I think that's enough watching me sort through paper. So I hope you found some of these things helpful, even if it was me just sitting here and chatting at you. I know this is not much of a conversation, but leave me a comment down below and we can have a conversation, and you can share your thoughts with anybody else who's watching and reading as well. And I will come back soon with another Tidy Tuesday because I have a lot of tidying to do. Until then, I hope you have an artful day.